afternoon now, I think. No, it's good morning still. So, good morning, everyone. Now in lockdown, we don't know whether it's good morning or good night. So, how are you doing? I hope I am audible.
Yes, sir, audible.
Okay, so I can start now. So, I am going to talk about educational video creation, and I want to know how many of you are really interested in that, because I want to know. Do you really want to create educational videos? And if not, then I will accordingly give my lecture. I would like to thank Professor Vishal Singh ji, Professor Ranjan Kumar ji to give me the chance, give me the opportunity to talk with you and present my experience in front of you. Okay, so I know in this Zoom-like things or WebEx-like things, echo is a problem. So if we allow everybody to speak, then it will become a chaos and it will become very difficult. Oh, that's good. I am listening. I am seeing that Archana Tripathi ma'am has created some videos. I would like to see them after the lecture. And okay, that's good. I can see many of you have already created the videos. Sir, I can see some of the participants are waiting in waiting room. So if you can manage that. Okay. So I'll now continue with my slides and I'll see how this thing works first. Okay, so here is my slide. So are you able to see my slides?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, now. Okay, so can you see my slides in full screen or it's looking in small screen?
Full screen, sir.
Okay, then we can start. Thank you. So the thing is, Sarah has already given my introduction, but let me talk about myself. So I have two channels, in fact, few channels, but I call two channels because they are running under two brand names. One is Learn by Watch. It has around 5 crore video views and 5 lakh subscribers, but there's nothing to proud of because I started in 2009. At that time, nobody was even thinking about creating videos except NP Talent, 2 or 3 companies in India. I hope some of you were active at that time, thinking of creating videos or have created some videos. I'll open my chat box so that I can see if some of you are saying something. So I have now opened chat box in front of me. So if whatever you will write, I will see it. Okay, I can see two participants raised hand. Can please go ahead. Dr. Khushbu Verma. Okay, so I think that raising hand is because you were involved in creating videos, I think. Okay, that's very good. So this in this video presentation also, I am going to talk about educational video creation only. And I will talk based on my experience, not based on theories or not based on research paper. I will purely talk about my experience and how you should go ahead. So you may find it contradicting with many research papers. That is okay. It's all up to you whether you want to accept the things as it is or you want to follow the research paper writings. So the thing is how to start creating educational content. The first thing is this. So many of you have said that you have created content and some of you said that you started a long back. So I have a question here. if there is a new person, absolutely new person, what suggestion will you give? Or actually what I want to know about the different types of videos. Do you know different types of videos are available? There are various types of videos which are available. I can, okay, I can show you in my website actually. I have written it. So can you see my website right now?
Not now, sir.
Okay. So I have to check. I see.
Your presentation screen is visible. Now
Yes,
it is
yes.
visible, sir.
Yeah, now website is visible. Okay. So let's see how many types of educational videos are available. So these types of educational videos are there. Means these are the style of production. And you may be wondering why I am emphasizing on it, why production style is so important. It is important because with the production style, the equipment you are going to use change, the manpower you need changes, and the setup changes. So right now you can see my video, correct? I'm talking to you. I believe you all know these type of videos are known as talking head videos. When I say talking head videos, then I need to worry about lights. I need to worry about background, correct? I need to worry about whether I am ready to present myself in front of camera or not. So based on, there are many things that you need to decide based on the production style. And these are the production style that I have identified till date. So you can see them. So the first one is tabletop video. What is tabletop video? When you want to create a video while writing on paper with pen, these type of videos are known as tabletop videos. So basically recording tabletop in video is tabletop videos. Similarly, when we talk about screencast is basically recording a device. You can record your computer screen or you can record your mobile screen. These are known as screencasting videos. Then there is this talking head videos. I already talked about it. Then we come to slide casting. So slide casting is what? When you are recording your slide, that type of video is slide cast. Okay. So you may be thinking why screencast and slide cast are different, because when I talk about screencast, I will not talk about any slide software. Okay. I will talk about things like zooming into a software. Okay, because that is what needed. But when it comes to slide casting, I will talk about slides. I will talk about Google Slide. I will talk about WPS slides. I will talk about various other sliding options like Crazy. Okay. So tool changes. So this is why it's very important to know what type of videos do you want to create. Then we come to animation videos. We can create animation video. We can create explainer videos. Then there is overhead shooting. For example, if you want to show a machinery from your lab, in that case, you need overhead shooting. Talking head does not work there. And similarly, this tabletop does not work there. Okay. If you want to teach something like cooking or sewing, crochet, in that case, you need to use overhead shooting. Then there comes interview videos. Videos are very good if you want to give a personal feel. Means two people are there and they are talking to each other, and the students are listening, and this is how they gain the thing. So interview videos actually reduce the chance of boredom because there are two people interacting, talking, debating. So these types of videos are available in educational setting. There are one or two more. So especially one I would like to mention, when a teacher want to record his face while he's writing on whiteboard. These types of videos are very popular nowadays, and I believe some of you might want to record these types of videos. So if I have to add one more category here, I'll say those type of video. I have not given a name to it. I have not yet thought about it because these are very difficult to create. This is why I'm not talking about it right now. But if you want to do, I'll tell you how you can do it. Let's now come back to slides. So when it comes to suggesting a new person on what type of videos he or she can create, I always say that start with these type of educational content. So one is tabletop, when you want to present while you are writing on paper with pen. Screencast, they are good if you want to teach software training, programming. If you want to talk about application, if you want to teach about using some application, for example, some teacher want to create a video on how to use Zoom in your mobile phone. In that case, you can create a screencast on your mobile devices. Then there is slidecast. Slidecast are good when you want to talk about theory, you want to talk about concept. Like right now, I'm talking about theory or concept. So what I am doing, I am broadcasting my slide. So this type of video, if I make a video out of it, this is known as slidecast. Then there is one more thing which is not being used by teacher, while it is really very easy to create. And so somebody has mentioned sound issue. So what's the problem with sound? If you can tell me, then I can work on it. Please tell me what's the issue with the sound.
Sir, it may be from their network only because we are getting clear sound.
I see, got it. Because I have a good quality mic also, but if I connect this mic, I will not be able to hear you.
Sir, here also your audio video quality is very nice.
Okay, thank you very much. So,
Participant, please check your network.
okay. So this podcast. So what is podcast? I believe some of you know about podcast. Okay. When we create audios, we call it podcast. These podcasts were very popular a few days back. You remember when these iPod came in? So Apple releases iPod, and there is a service, iTunes. In the iTunes, you can submit your podcast, means audios, recorded audios, and these were very popular few years back. But somehow nowadays people are not using it. While I found them very useful for the teachers. You can use podcast to motivate your students. You can tell stories. See, as a teacher, when we are in a classroom, what we do? Many of you obviously teach, but with the teaching, sometimes you also share your experience. You tell your story, how you cope up with some problem during your academics. Correct? We do that a lot in a classroom. But when it comes to creating videos or teaching online, we don't do that. If you look closely, many of times you have changed life of students with the help of stories, not with the help of teaching academics. Correct? That your experience is relevant to them because the path you have traveled, they are now in that path, and your experience helped them. They were able to relate with you that what you are saying, and exactly the problems that you faced, they are also facing. So when it comes to sharing your experiences, motivating students, podcasts are really helpful. Now, during the lockdown, I know you are taking classes online. Do one thing also, start your podcast. It's really easy, especially if you have a mobile phone. With the podcast, you share these anecdotes that you have faced, and you will see that students really like them, and they will really start connecting with a teacher, with a person, not just for the academic role, but they will start seeing you as a role model. They will start seeing you as somebody who actually understands them and care about them. When it comes to language training, audio is really awesome tool. Very few times, especially when you are teaching kids, only then you need to go for a video. Otherwise, language training can be done with the help of audio. Think about the subject like academic English, which is there compulsory in most of the professional courses. Lot of their content can be taught with the podcast, with the audio only. Let us say if you have delivered a lecture today, maybe it was online or it was in the classroom, you can publish a revision to that lecture in audio. Those who have attended your lecture will be able to understand what you are saying in the revision audio. Similarly, for personality development also, you can say a lot. So right now also, if you see, I am talking from a long time, there's no point in seeing my face. Many of you might not be seeing it. There's no need of sharing my face. The video is not required. This is what I am saying. Many of times audio is sufficient. If you see in your curriculum, you will find that there are many things that can be taught without any visuals. And if you can cover it with the audio, do it. What are you waiting for? It's very easy. It's easier than creating any type of video. I'll talk about how to create these types of videos now. So I talked about 8 types of videos, and from those 8 types of videos, I am saying that these 3 types of videos are very easy to create. And this podcast is really useful for various other things. So now let's learn them one by one. Let's first talk about tabletop video. What is tabletop video? When you write on paper with pen and record it with a camera, record it with an audio explanation, this type of videos are known as tabletop video. I'll show you example of one video right now. So this is an example of tabletop video. Okay. So now I want to know how many of you are interested in creating this type of video. You can share your views in chat. Okay, good. So I can see many people are really interested. That's good. Because now I'll talk about its use, okay, and why they are useful. See, as a teacher, we write a lot. Whenever we enter in classroom, whenever we are taking tuitions at home, we are teaching somebody, what we do, we take a paper, we write. Okay. Teachers love this method, and students also like this method because of one reason: they have to write in examination in the same fashion. Correct? For example, take biology as a subject. In biology, there are a lot of drawing. So what you do when you are making this tabletop video, you will draw the diagram, keep explaining what that particular thing that you are drawing right now. With your explanation and with your hand movement, the thing is being recorded. And when students get it, they follow you and they are able to make that diagram themselves. Same thing, yeah. So ma'am has written, Swati Srivastava ma'am has written that she has created tabletop videos for students. That's really good. And I would like to know, I would like to see the video. How can we arrange a video device top of? Yeah, I'm going to talk about it. Just wait a minute. So, no sir, this is very important question. It is asked by Kulkarni Shashikant ji. Do we need digital board? See sir, definitely you can use digital board. Right now we also have a digital board here. So let me now open that digital board, and those who are not looking to my video, please look my talking head video as well, because I am going to present something very important. So let's share this whiteboard. Okay. This whiteboard is what? This is our digital board that you are talking about. Okay. There's one more question. How can we arrange it? I will talk about it. So this is the digital board. If I want to write on it, then how will I write? Let me write with the help of this mouse. Okay. So I am writing now. I am writing my name. Okay. How's that? We can teach anybody with this handwriting. Correct? Are you able to see my writing? Okay, good. So, oh, somebody said no, somebody said yes. I am really confused. Are you able to see what I have written on the digital board? Okay, I am seeing so many yes now. Thank you. Okay, so I can write, but it's very difficult with the mouse. It's, and when it comes to teaching, mathematics, science, okay, mechanical, civil, there's a lot, you need to draw a lot of diagram. It's very difficult. Okay. So how will you do it? Okay. If you want to do it effectively, you need this type of writing pad, okay, that comes with a pen. Or you can also select a laptop that comes with a pen like this. Okay. There are laptops now that comes with this type of pen. Now I am going to use this digital pen to write my name. Okay. So with that, it is really easy. Let me now write it. See, it's very easy now. I can teach whatever I want. I can draw diagrams. I can talk about angles. I can talk about anything actually. Okay. So you need this type of hardware in that case. But believe me, there are many problems with these type of hardware. First, its size is very small. The screen on which I am writing is very big. It's 15-inch screen, while this is only 8-inch or 8-inch actually. Yes. So this means if I want to write there, I need to write accordingly. Means I need to write in small letters, then it will be there in the big letters. If I write in big letters, it will there in very big letters, and I may not be able to complete my teaching in one screen. Okay. So this is problem. This is the problem with these type of hardware. Other than that, there are many problems. Like right now, are you able to see the pen moving? Are you able to see the pen moving? Yes. Okay. Because I am teaching online and this software is especially meant for teaching. But believe me, I run a YouTube channel, ET Mantra. I receive a lot of questions on how to show that pen on screen. There are many software to write. OneNote is there, even PowerPoint allow you to write. But how to write with the pen visible? No software is supporting it. And this is why it's very difficult to use these kind of hardware. So there are many problems associated with that, and this is why I never recommend it. By the way, these types of videos, while you are using digital board to write on a screen and recording that screen with the screencasting software, is known as Khan Academy style videos, because you know that these type of videos were become popular because Khan Academy started creating these types of videos. Correct? So the good thing about tabletop video that I am talking about, okay, not with this digital pen, but when you are arranging a camera perpendicular to your table, that need very less technical knowledge. Okay. So faculty who find it difficult to cope up with technology, for them, they are really very good. And the good thing about tabletop videos is that they can be created with the help of your smartphone as well. So if you want to go into the detail, I have shared a link. This slide will be shared with sir, and I believe you will receive it after the session. You can go there, you can see how I talk about it. Okay. But right now also, I'll tell you how I create a video. So, you know, all you need this is smartphone. You will arrange it somewhere here. Okay. Yeah, correct. Your idea is correct. Okay, so many of you are saying, yeah, that is a very good question I received from Manish Chaudhary ji. I'll talk about it. Okay, so you can put your cameras or a smartphone like this, and then you can start writing. But believe me that making that arrangement is really difficult. Okay, so what I did, after trying so many things, what I did, I made this device myself. Okay. This is a very simple device. What I did, we want to record a video in 16:9 ratio, correct? So in 16:9 ratio, so what I did, I take this paper. this paper size is 16 inch by 9 inch. Okay, I asked someone to cut these paper in the size required by me. This is not A4 size paper. A4 is not 16 by 9. A4 is different than 16 by 9, and those videos don't look good. The video I presented to you, have you seen? There was no, see, there is no gap. Can you see? The video is completely inside that वीडियो
का मैसेज आ रहा है Moodle का एनरोलमेंट वाला, तो एनरोलमेंट वाला
सर आपकी वॉइस ओपन है,
वो लाइव
आपका माइक ओपन है,
वेबसाइट खोल के।
एसपी सिंह सी आपकी आवाज आ रही है, प्लीज क्लोज योर माइक।
So because this is 16 by 9, okay, and I put lights here, okay. Why I put lights here? Because this is one very big challenge in recording tabletop videos. If you are recording few, that when your light source is on top, your hand shadow hides a lot of writing, and we don't want that. This is why it is very important to put lights opposite to your hand, in front of your hand. So what will happen in that case? Your shadow will go behind your hand. So basically, shadow will be in that area only. Okay. This way, your paper will be without a shadow. So right now, you can see in this video, see, shadow is not annoying. See, this is why it's very important to keep the light source there on that side. And these are movable, these two things are movable, and this here you can actually put a holder, a mobile holder. Okay, so these mobile holders are available easily in the market. You can put that in this. You can also connect a small size camera here, and then it is very easy to record. So this is how all our talking head videos, all our tabletop videos are recorded. There's one more thing. So I know you have shared some based on your experience, like it's difficult to use, reduce the size and something. So the thing is this, so what happens? We never write by keeping the paper straight. Okay, you try to write something now, and you will see that we actually fold the paper like this. So we rotate the paper. So we write inclined, not plain. Because this device is not fixed anywhere. This is why it's very easy to put it, move it, put. So the way a teacher writes, you can actually do it. Okay. So here somebody has said, excellent idea, but can be refined. Yes, sir, it can be refined. In fact, I shared this idea with everybody 3 years back. The problem is everybody said it can be refined. I am yet to see the refined version. Okay, please come up with a refined version. I really want to see it. Because nobody is coming up with a refined version. Everybody is just saying it can be refined. This does not work with me. I need something to see in real. And then Vikas Singh has said, sir, it is very difficult to adjust everything at the same time. No, sir, it is not difficult, because with this type of arrangement, I know when you talk about keeping books, arranging something on top, keeping a lot of things, then really it is difficult. But when it comes to this device, this type of setup, it really does not matter. It does not make the things complex, because you can, all you need to do, simply plug this wire, okay, put your camera here, and that's all. Switch on the button of the switch on the recording button of your camera and start doing what you do. Okay. Yes, camera I cannot show, but the camera is here. If you can see my mouse, I will annotate it actually. Here, you can fix the camera here. So somebody please manage those participants who are waiting in waiting room. So now I talk about this important thing, that how to reduce the size as well as how to reduce the file size. So on my channel, ET Mantra channel, I have already shared a video about it. I'll give you a clue here. If you are on your computer, use Handbrake. Handbrake is a software. Use Handbrake. Okay. I will write about it. So Handbrake is a software. You can use this software. Or if you are on your mobile, if you are talking about Android, then in that case you can use a software which is known as, and I have a video about it, means how to reduce the size also. I have made videos for that. I just need to see the size name of that software. This is UCut. So you will reduce the size and quality will not be reduced. So do that and let me know what are your experiences. So can I go now? Can I go ahead now? Now I believe you get a good idea how to record tabletop videos. And I also, so what I did, I shared as soon as lockdown started on 20th, lockdown started on 22nd, I shared this idea with all the teachers. And what I received is this. I asked them to make the arrangement themselves and see what the teachers have created. See, this is the wonderful thing. Teachers have made a lot of arrangements. Like you can see somebody is using this weight, gym weights, to make the arrangement for tabletop. I like this one because it is really steady. You don't want it to shake and a lot of things involved. So this is really steady. See, somebody is using this simple setup. This is a device that is being used in all our kitchens. We all have it, correct? You can use it. See this absolutely simple idea. Mobile is here. See, you can put a mobile here. Just cut that portion and put the mobile there. See, somebody has used the light arrangement also in some cardboard. So these are, see, somebody has used the badminton racket. The teachers are very creative when it comes to, so I always see the limitations actually improves creativity. Whenever you are working in a limited environment, restricted environment, then automatically your creativity comes out. And these are the things teachers are using. You can make one and you can share it with me. I will be glad to share it on my website, etmantra.com. Let's now move ahead. And this is the second video which is very easy to create. So I talked about tabletop video. Many of you will find tabletop videos useful for teaching some subjects, some topics of your subject. But unfortunately, when it comes to teaching softwares, when it comes to talking about some softwares, talking about computer software training, application training, programming training, tabletop videos does not really work because you need to record your screen in that case. And when you want to record your screen, tabletops are not useful, but still there is a very easy method to record videos, and that is known as a screencast. A screencast is basically recording your computer screen with audio explanation. This is the easiest, fastest, and only possible way to make educational video for software training or programming tutorials. The good thing is you need only one device, either a laptop, or if you are teaching applications, then either a mobile. Only one device is enough. You do not need any other things. Like able to record tabletop videos, all you need is a smartphone. Similarly, when it comes to screencasting, all you need is a laptop. So, how to create a screencast? I have already shared a video. I have created a long video for that. I talked about a lot of things in that. All you need is a software. So there are many softwares that you can use. When it comes to open source software, there is a software which is known as OBS, or Open Broadcasting Software. Yeah, Open Broadcasting Software. So OBS can be used, although in Ubuntu they have used Kazam, yes. And when it comes to easy to use software, then I really like a software which is known as Flashback Express. Screencast-O-Matic is also good, but it puts a watermark, and I hate it. When we have free softwares, open source software, then why use a software that puts its watermark? I don't like, but it's up to you. You can select anything, Screencast-O-Matic or whatever. This is a very good question by Professor Vikas Singh. But what is the difference between record and screencast? Okay, because I have used vRecord to teach. Sir, I do not know vRecord is what is vRecord. I have to search for it. Let me search, then I'll talk about it. vRecord. Okay, vRecorder is basically the software that allow you to record your screen. Yeah, correct. So, sir, vRecorder is nothing but a screencasting software. So, see, whenever you are recording your screen, that type is known as a screencast. vRecord is just an application that allow you to record a screencast. Okay. So, when it comes to OBS, it's little difficult to use. I will talk about it right now because it is very important software and every teacher need to learn it. When it comes to Flashback Express, it is very easy. Yes, with the help of PowerPoint also you can record. Correct. There are many software nowadays. When I started, there was no software. Only Camtasia was there. Cam Studio was there. Cam Studio was really bad. Then I switched to Camtasia Studio, and since then I am using Camtasia Studio. But Camtasia Studio is little costly. It costs around 22,000 rupees. So I will not talk about it. I will talk about the software which are really good. There are no restrictions. They don't put any logo, any watermark on top of your video, and you are free to use your video without any problem. So two such softwares. One is OBS. Second one is Flashback Express. Okay. You search for them, download them. They are completely free. No charges at all. No watermark. So let's talk about screencasting first. For that, I will show you the demonstration of OBS, or Open Broadcaster Software. So let me now open the Open Broadcaster Software now, and then I'll keep checking the comments. So I will actually mention the name of the software in this chat box. Yes, Adobe Presenter is also good, but I don't know whether it's free or not. Let's now So this is the logo of OBS Studio. Are you able to see my window now? Okay. So let me now open OBS Studio. So this is OBS Studio. When you open it for the first time, it looks something like this. Wait, let me make it the way it looks. Okay. So this is how OBS looks when you open it for the first time. See, remember, whenever you have a question, you can always type in chat box. Chat box is always open with me, and I will answer all your questions as and soon when you are asking. Okay. Yes, OBS is free as well as open source software. Let's now learn how to make screencast with OBS. It's very easy. You see this interface, and in this interface, the first time when you will open it, it will look exactly like this. You will see this mic aux meter is moving. This means it's recording my audio. Okay, not recording, but it is now able to what I am saying. This means it will be able to record my voice. It's very important to see here. Otherwise, you will find it very difficult to record your audio. So you can increase your audio's gain here from here. If you want to mute your audio, you can do it from here. This is desktop audio. So our computer makes sound many of times. So like now, it is going to make a sound. Just wait. See, it made a sound because I pressed shift button few times, and at that time it started here. Now, when I want to record my computer screen, what I'll do, I will add a source here. See, there are many sources and we have to add a source. I will add a source here and I will click on display capture. Yes, sir, OBS works offline. And with the help of OBS, you can go online. That's a different story, but it works offline only. Display capture, you can add a display capture. So what is display? Your computer screen is display. Okay. So Dhirendra Kumar Sarji, I am actually explaining that only. So you have asked what tools are good for creating video lectures. This is what I am saying. OBS is awesome tool. So all the tools. So right now, previously I talked about our mobile phone. It's awesome tool. Now I'm talking about OBS. Then I'll talk about something else. So I'm talking about that only in this particular session. OBS Studio does not open in Android mobile. If you want to record a screen on your Android phone, in that case, you have to use a software which is known as Free Screen Recorder. There are many, but they put their logo. Free Screen Recorder does not put its logo. And I have already created a video on it on my YouTube channel, ET Mantra. Okay, so you can go there and watch it there. So now I will add the source here. Installing is very simple, sir. The way you install any other software, similarly, you will install OBS also. Go to the obsproject.com, means OBS website. Search for OBS in Google. You will get to know its website. Download the version, install it, and just get started. No time limit. Sada Verma ma'am, there is no time limit. You record 24-hour, 48-hour long lecture without any problem with OBS. There is no time limit. Okay, so what happened when you add a source, it asks you to select a display. Right now, the only display that I have is this computer. So what happens many of time, you connect a lot of monitors or you connect a projector to your laptop and you can actually separate two different screens, and you want to record only one screen. In that case, you can select which display you want to record. It will record background sound also. There is no software that will not record your background sound. And I will talk about how you can reduce background sound. So don't worry about it. Yeah, space issues will be there because you will be recording videos in your laptop. Okay. So let me now add this source. So what I did, I just added a source here. Okay. So what happened right now, I am unable to see anything. Okay. But you will definitely be able to see something. I am unable to see anything because this particular laptop that I am using is using its screen somewhere else, and then it cannot be used here. So this display capture option cannot be used in this particular laptop only. Okay, so what I'll do, I will remove it. I will do something else. So for example, I will add a source, and this time I will add a window capture. So what is the difference between display and window? Display is your computer screen. So whatever is there on your computer screen will be recorded. But when it comes to window, it's a specific software. So click on window capture And let us say I want to teach about PowerPoint. So what I'll do, I will write PowerPoint. See, this name is for my facility. It has nothing to do with its functionality. I just want to remember which window is capturing what. This is why I've given it a name. And then I will click on OK. It will add. Then it will ask me, what do you want to capture? So I'll say I want to capture PowerPoint slideshow. See, and then no, not PowerPoint slideshow. I'll say that I want to teach PowerPoint. So I'll add PowerPoint. So it is here. Okay. And now I'll click on OK. Now you can see the PowerPoint is there in that black screen. Previously this was black screen, now it is there. And you can see this red border which is going out. I will bring it inside because only the area which is inside this black area will be recorded. If you move this out of this portion, then it will not be recorded. Now my slide is there. I can see that my voice is being recorded and this. So somebody has asked, what is the best video recorder software for unlimited lectures other than OBS? The best one is Flashback Express. This is the best one. Let's now, when you are ready, when you see that you are seeing that thing on screen that you want to, this is being recorded, you will click on start. So let me now click on start recording button. I clicked here. Yes sir, it is free. Yes madam, it is free and open source also. So now I have clicked on start recording button. That start recording button is now converted to stop recording. Correct? So whenever I click on stop recording, it will stop recording. I will now minimize this OBS because screencasting software is now doing its job. It's recording one window. Correct? Now I do not need to worry about screencasting software at all. I set it up properly. That's all I need to worry about. And now I will go to the software in the software screen that I want to teach. So here, okay. And here what I can do, I can actually write, so I can teach students. For example, if I am saying that you can add an extra bullet by simply pressing and enter, and then you can write whatever you want. So you can download OBS from this website. And when you want to convert this into a link, click on the space button and it will automatically convert to a link. This is what I taught. Okay, so don't take this few seconds seriously, although I just answered some of your queries. Okay. Yeah, so somebody has asked a very important thing. I am receiving this question from many teachers from few days that OBS is not working in Windows 7. I want to say only one thing here. Windows 7 is not being supported by Microsoft now. So there is no point in using Windows 7 at all. Please, as soon as possible, go to a higher version. Very soon, all other software will also stop working on Windows 7. When you're done teaching, then what will you do? You will come back to OBS Studio because now you want to stop recording. And then you will click on stop recording. That's one. Your first screencast is now ready. Okay, so let me talk about the process. You will go to OBS, open OBS. You will add the source of the software that you want to teach. Once the source is added, make sure your audio is recording. Make sure that the software is visible in that screen the way you want it remain visible in the video. When you are done setup, click on start recording button, and then go to the software that you want to teach of that software, then again come back to OBS Studio and stop recording. When you have recorded, then go to file, go to show recordings. It will open a window. Are you able to see my window? Yeah, I believe you will be. So go to that window and then you will see the video. And now I'll open the video. I'll play the video for you. Let me play the video so you all can see what is recorded in that. Okay. So now I believe, yeah, I got understand there will be no sound because I have not shared my desktop sound with you, but that's okay, sir. I am able to hear the video. Okay. Now I believe you got the idea. Okay. Now I believe you know how to record your first video with the help of OBS, basically screencast. How to record your screencast. You got the idea? Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Dhirendra sir. Uh, okay. So somebody has asked how to record whole screen like screen which we are seeing. Yes, you can record complete screen. All you need to do is click on source and add display capture. I can't show you right now because my screen is already busy in something else. So then when you will do this, you will be easily see that it is available. So somebody has shared 10 days trial for 10 days. Why? I don't know. Okay. This is a very important question by Salman sir. That sir, I have tried it once, but the resolution of video was not good. Sir, how to improve the resolution of the recorded? Correct. You are right, sir. The resolution is not good. Although, unless you are teaching a software that has font in very small letters, you don't need high resolution. But yeah, it reduces the resolution of the video. If you want to record in high resolution, what you need to do, just look here. You go to file, go to settings. Settings will open. In the settings, go to video. In the video, you have to see, so please remove this waiting people option, otherwise.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So here you need to see what is your base canvas resolution. Base canvas means what is your real resolution. Okay. Make sure the resolution is your laptop's resolution or full HD. Okay. Then you need to make sure what is your output resolution. Select the output resolution also as full HD. So when your input resolution is full HD, output is also full HD, you will get a good resolution video. You can also change the sampling rate to 36 samples. Okay. Now it will make it very clear. And you can also make this FPS value to 60. Okay. But I'll say don't take this much of pain. All you need to do is simply install Flashback Recorder. It records in very high quality. When you are teaching programming or big softwares like CAD, CAM, Maya, in that font is really small, Flashback Express is really the best solution. Although it's not as functional as OBS. OBS has a lots of functionality. There is no editing option in OBS. OBS is only for recording. Okay, it's not for editing. I will talk about the editing software as well. Can somebody please tell me what's the time to end this, because I will then plan accordingly.
So when at 11:30. But yes, you can continue if you want some.
So is any others? This is scheduled.
Yes, sir. After your lecture, there is one answer.
Okay. Okay, no problem. So I'll take 15 more minutes because
sure, sir. No problem, sir.
When I want to go in depth, then okay. So it is not for editing. For editing, you can use a different software which is known as OpenShot software. OpenShot is another free and open source software, and it has all the features of a video editing software. Those who find it easy to work on Camtasia Studio, they can also go for VSDC. Okay? I'll share the name in chat box. VSDC. Yes, sir, you can. Oh, yes, ma'am. Sadha ma'am has asked, can't we record just with the Screencast-O-Matic without OBS? Yes, you can record. You record whatever tool you have. I am talking about the best one which is available. You can record with anything. And when we take such sessions, we talk about open source software. We don't promote any software which is proprietary software. And because you are going to use it in government, it's better to use open source software. And this OBS is one of the best software. Sakuntala ma'am is asked, what about with screencast? I don't know about the screencast software. So what happens now when you get a software which is really easy, has lots of functionality, then you don't try any other software. When it comes to screencasting, you can use whatever software you have used. There is no issue in that. But I request you to use open source or at least free, like Flashback Express. Make sure it does not have any logo. If it puts logo, it is really annoying. I see professor's video having Screencast-O-Matic logo. Why? OBS Studio is there. Why wasting your time in trying a software that puts its own logo, its own watermark, has lots of limitations? Okay. Sakuntala ma'am, thousands of such softwares are available. We can't talk all about them, but we can talk only about the good, best of them. And this is OBS is one of the best software. The name is OpenShot. For editing, it's OpenShot. Now let's go back to our screen. I hope now you are able to see my slides. If you want to learn in depth, I have recorded a video. You can watch this video and I believe you will learn it without any problem. Now, when I come to Slidecast, when it comes to Slidecast, what you can do, you can record your slides with the help of OBS itself. The process is same. The only thing that changes is that on the screen you will have a presentation, okay, and it will record it with your audio explanation. If you want to learn, you can go click on this, and this way you will learn it. There's a video with each slide. You can watch that video, learn it, and have any question. I believe we are into a forum. I am also into a forum. I am in the WhatsApp group also. I guarantee whatever question you will ask related to educational video creation, either on this chat box, which is available on video on YouTube, or in this WhatsApp group, I will answer all your queries in 7 days. Okay, now let's come to podcast. I already talked a lot about podcasting. Okay, I will say that use a very good application which is known as Anchor FM. I will type its name. It is anchor.fm. Use this service, and very soon, in few days, your podcast will be available on Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Anchor FM, Spotify, and various other podcasting platforms. If you want to learn how, the video is created here. See, the thing is why I am saying that videos are here, because generally this type of workshop I conduct in 2 days. Okay, here I have to deliver in just 1 hour. So I already have some videos. I explained everything there. All your queries will be solved if you watch those videos. I can't cover everything here. What to enter? Anchor.fm. I shared it here. Anchor.fm. Okay. Now let's talk about the videos that need extra work. So these videos, talking head videos, need extra work. Ma'am, I'm writing. Shakuntala ma'am, I'm writing. It's anchor.fm. So you can create talking head videos, but they are really difficult to create. Okay. The good thing about talking head videos that they add value to any other video, because whenever you add a talking head video, then students find it very easy to connect with the teacher. So it's not only about teaching, it's also about making personal connections with our students. Influence their life is more important than simply teaching a subject. And talking head videos helps there. Most of the teachers make a mistake of putting talking head in complete slidecast or screencast, which is not required. Many of times it is not required. Okay, so don't do that. What I suggest, you can put a talking head in the beginning and at the end of your lecture. So it goes like this: talking head, then there is your video. It can be slide cast, it can be screencast, or it can be tabletop, and at the end there is a talking head. So you are giving introduction in talking head, you are summarizing your topic, talk in talking head, and then teaching everything in between. Okay. So try to adopt this methodology, and I believe you will find it very easy. The only problem is that when it comes to record talking head videos, a lot of things create problem. So for example, right now I am wearing this. Okay. If I record myself with this, the video is not will not look. Okay. So I want to use some other mic, like this mic. I have this mic. This is a very small mic. You can see I can put it here, and then I can connect this to my laptop, my mobile, or whatever device I have. This is a very good mic, and I have created a video for this mic as well, which is available on my channel ET Mantra. You can watch that and make your mind whether you need this mic or not. When it comes to talking head, light plays a very important role. If I switch off the light that is available in front of me, then my video will not look good at all. So I can show you the light right now. So you can see the light. See, right now you can see this umbrella. A big light is available in front of me, correct? You can see it. So this light is there in my studio. These types of light, I have one here. See this light. Okay, it has a lot of LEDs. See, you can see the LEDs also. It has many LEDs, and you can connect a battery. And then when you open this light, it's very bright. Okay, so let me now open this light. Okay. You can see this light is very bright. In fact, right now it has only 48%. You can see. Okay, somebody has said they are unable to see you can't see my mic and light. Why? If you see my video, then you should be able to see everything what I have shown. Please confirm. You can't see my video right now? So link to buy all these devices I have already given in one of my video, which is known as my home studio tour. So I have actually given the studio tour, and the link is available in the description of this video. So let me now show you this light. Okay, so this light is very bright. You can see this is very bright light. It has lots of LEDs. Right now it's only 48% intensity. Now let me make it 100%, and you can see the difference in the light right now. Okay, if I put on my face, you can see it's very bright. Okay, you can buy it on Amazon, from Flipkart, various other places it's available. The cost is also not very high. It is available in 5,000 or 6,000 rupees. The mic is also, this mic is also cost around 5,000 rupees, and the quality is really amazing. So I believe now I've covered much about talking head video. In fact, if you see this background, I make it especially so that talking head looks good. And in this video, I recommend this video. I have put a lot of efforts in recording this video, that link that I have given. Okay, this is very good video. Means the effort wise, if I talk about, I put a lot of efforts in creating this video, and I talk about everything related to recording talking head video in this video itself. Okay. Now this is Khan Academy style video. I talked about it. You need this type of device with a pen, or you need a laptop where you can write with pen. Thank you very much, Ashutosh sir. The name and component I have already provided in one of this slide. I'll talk about it. So when it comes to overhead video, I talk about it as well. When it comes to teaching your lab hardware, okay, when it comes to teaching crochet, Silai machine kind of setup, where you want to see the hardware, show the hardware, then the tabletop does not work, because the 3D look of the device hides. Okay, so you need to make something slant, like your camera. This camera should not be like this. It should be placed something like this. Okay, so it's capturing the 3D look of particular device. Okay. Now let's talk about explainer and animation videos. I have only one suggestion: don't go for it. I am not discouraging you, but I am saying it because many of times it is really not required. It's really not important to record animation or explainer video. Although I have recorded a lot of explainer videos. In fact, right now my videos are being broadcasted on DD Uttar Pradesh. You can watch them at 11:30 to 12:30 every day for class 4 mathematics. So I have recorded a lot of explainer video, a lot of things I have created, but I still recommend teachers should not do that. You can do it when you have a team. Okay? And why I'm saying it, you do not need this because of a lot of reason, and those reasons are already mentioned by Professor Dr. Samir Sahasrabudhe in his NPTEL talk, which is available here. Thank you, Shiva Ramakrishna sir. I'm glad you liked my lecture on NPTEL. Okay. Now, there are a few explainer videos. I would like to showcase this particular lecture with you. You can watch it. But I'll show you a small clip of this explainer video so you get the idea what is explainer video. I recorded this video to teach science to class 6 student, and I'll show a small clip, 10-second, 11-second clip only. So let's play it. Okay, so this is just a small clip. This is a 4 or 5 minute long video. Yeah, I know audio is missing because I have not shared the audio. I have given the link in the previous slide. You can click on this link to watch this complete video. I just want to give you the feel of the video, so how explainer video looks like. Okay, so there's one thing. So I am just concluding now. I am just ending my slides now. Those who are asking me about the link to buy the devices, see here in this video, you will go to this video, and in the description of this video, all the devices that I have in my studio are presented. A link is also given from where you can buy it. I will not talk about augmented reality because of one reason, which I have mentioned in this particular slide. Teachers are not even using videos properly. I don't see any reason to give them any tool or invest in any tool for virtual reality, augmented reality. First make the videos awesome, then go to augmented reality, virtual reality. Because augmented reality, virtual reality are for experiences. Unless teachers have a thinking of giving experience to your students, these technologies are just waste of resources, wasting money, wasting time, achieving nothing. Okay, with the video you have chance to share experience with the students. If that is not reflected in videos, augmented reality, virtual reality does not make any sense to me. I will not also talk about augmented reality, virtual reality because I have not explored those areas. I know few friends who work in that area. I have worked with some content, but I have not explored that area. Okay, so this is very important slide. When it comes to creating videos, teachers demand new technology, augmented reality, virtual reality, because it looks really good. Okay, so the thing is, unless you can give proper experience in your videos, okay, those things are really not required. When I say video, experience into the video, what does it mean? I mean, let us say I want to tell you this environment in which I record. I have a lot of things here. This background also have a story. Okay. But if I want to talk about this, I have two options. One, I can say that, sir, these are the list of equipments that I use. Web camera, mic, laptop, smartphone, tablet. I'll talk about long list also. That's not experience. That is a video that has no value. Okay. What has a value? You watch this video. Then you'll come to know what I am talking about. In this video, I have given an experience. I have seen people teaching smithy, carpentry, just with the help of slides. Why? What is the use of video then? You have a camera, you have a powerful device. Just take this out. Ask the carpenter to do what you want him to do. Record that. Give a voiceover later. Present that to your students. Your students will be able to connect with that. That is what I am talking about. Giving experience to your students with the help of video itself. Now let's move ahead. And this is what I wanted to say. Actually, I have said it many times. Don't just teach subject. Help them achieve their goal. Okay, be their friends, not their teachers. Okay. And when it comes to talking about the content, quality parameters, there are three qualities that you need to work on: content quality, presentation quality, and production quality. Okay. So when I'm saying production quality, what I mean you will start with this. Okay. This means you are producing videos in bad quality. Production quality is bad. Okay. But content is still good. There's no problem with going with bad production quality. When you use this type of camera, then you have reached to a awesome production quality. So difference is this: no cost, 1,20,000 rupees cost. I can buy one more camera that costs 5 lakh rupees, 8 lakh rupees, 10 lakh rupees. I can go for Hollywood style shooting also. But unless my content is awesome, unless my way of presenting my content is awesome, there is no point in investing in production. Okay. Thank you, Sakuntala ma'am, being angry, but you have written angry. I got it. I got it. No problem. Thank you, Asreji. Okay. So, content quality means properly chunk your content, properly sequence your content, invest some time in writing a script or planning your video. All the time script is not required. Okay. Think about reflection spot where you can ask question. Like in the previous session, I see Professor Ranjan Kumar created some polls. Okay. That is really good, okay, to keep students engaged. I said sadly I did not do it. Okay. But I must have done it. Then select correct pedagogy for your topic. I have seen people teaching language, just speaking without giving any cue, and them anything actually. So as a teacher, you already know because you all have gone through NETs and all other things. So you know about pedagogy. Okay. When it comes to product presentation quality, you need to make a lot of improvement. Like during the whole lecture, I may have repeated some word. Some teacher repeats some word a lot. Nowadays, a video on Facebook is circulating, Jai Mahakal. He's teaching something and keep repeating Jai Mahakal, Jai Mahakal. Okay. That should not happen. It reduces your presentation quality. You can see Jai Mahakal once, not all the time. It should not be your phrase that you use repeat. So many teachers repeat, okay, got it. Many teachers repeat, correct. That reduces the production quality. Many of teachers, when speaking in English or other language, they say, don't do it. Okay. So during the whole lecture, I try to reduce these things, okay, because it impacts my presentation quality. I don't do during my presentation. Okay, do everything separately and then just present your content. So use real environment, not fake environment. This is what I can say if you want to improve your presentation quality. And make sure the production style, like whether you want to use slide cast, or you want to use a screencast, or you want to use tabletop, it should be relevant to the topic. Like if you're teaching programming by writing on paper, it doesn't make any sense. And I already talked about production quality. There's a lot of things that you can use. Like for the lights, you can go CFL to LED to Porta light to LED video lights, and there's much more. Like in camera, mobile, handycam, DSLR, then there are professional cameras. Audio recorders also, you can use this that comes free with your mobile, or you can use this which is 5,000 rupees, or you can use this which is 20,000 rupees. Okay, it depends. I said production quality is not that much important. Natural environment, or you want a studio environment like me, you want to use open source software, or you want to use industry grade software. That's again impact on production quality. So I think that's all I have to say. I'm sorry to take a lot of your time. So I took half an hour extra, but this is really important. If you really want to create videos, this is why I have to share everything. Just watch all the videos that I have given in the slides. I'm sharing the slide with sir right now. Okay. So I think I'll now say goodbye to all of you. Just see your chat box. Let me know if you have to say something.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Yagunpal, sir. Thank you so much.
To take any questions?
Sir, we are already behind schedule. We will collect questions from the participants, and we will definitely seek your response, and we'll post that on discussion forum. That will be
sir.
more meaningful now.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
So I am sending the presentation with you right now.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Thank you everybody for joining and your nice comments.
Thank you for wonderful session, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. It's my pleasure.
Thank you, Dr. Yagunpal, sir. Thank you so much for your lecture, which was based on the practical challenges requirements. Sir, you have explained very nicely about how a video can be recorded, what are the setups required, what softwares are suitable for the good video recording. Thank you for explaining the pillars of video recording, which are required before recording, and many more. Thank you again, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Now, we are going ahead with our third session of today. This session will be taken by Professor Satya Prakash Singh, sir. Yesterday also there was a lecture, a very important and very good lecture on Edmodo as LMS taken by Professor Satya Prakash Singh, sir. Today also he is going to take lecture